everybody and welcome back to the channel.
So today we're going to be giving you a little bit of advice, and we're going to tell you how we bought our house at the age of 21.
It's kind of like a step-by-step guide, but not a step-by-step guide, if that makes sense.
We've kind of done it for because we were first-time buyers, so we've done it in a way that we did it. So it might not apply for everyone.
So before we get into this video, please make sure that you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below, and also turn the notifications on because then you can see every single time we upload.
So the step one is obviously probably the most obvious one. You need to decide if you want to live together.
Yeah, so this for us was obviously quite an easy step because it was like the natural next step
for us to take.
For us
definitely.
to do.
We wanted our own space.
Yeah.
That's when you know, I think, when you know that you're ready to have more space on your own.
Yeah, there's not really like a time frame, so like you can be together a year and you know
yeah, exactly.
You can be together for, I don't know, 10 years and still not know whether you
want to live together
or not.
You just don't know, do you?
Yeah, but for us, we felt like that was the natural next step, and deciding we wanted to live together was quite an easy decision to make.
Yeah, definitely.
Wasn't it?
We've been thinking about it for quite a while.
So step number 2 is a bit longer than step number 1. Yeah. You just need to start saving. So literally save up as much money as you can. And also, really importantly, don't waste money. There's a lot of people that say, oh, I'm saving money, but they then go and take money back out of their savings to spend on other stuff. Which, fair enough, sometimes you do have to do, but sometimes people do it to fund a car or a holiday.
Not going out and clubbing and things like that all the time, because that can really add up. Like, some people can spend hundreds of pounds out clubbing at night time.
Yeah.
Well, it's not going to be in the daytime, is it?
So we've obviously been in our house for nearly 2 years now. So we've actually had experience paying bills and stuff. And it's really important, even when you're saving, to make sure that you keep to a budget, because now we've got a house, we have to keep to a budget.
Yeah.
But even when you're saving, you need to stick to a budget and make sure that you're saving X amount each month, so you're able to actually afford everything to do with your house.
Exactly. Yeah. The thing is, it's not just getting the house. You've also got the fees on top of getting the house and stuff to go in the house.
Yeah.
And also you have house insurance and all that. So it does add up. It's not just getting the deposit for the house. There's so much more to it.
Yeah.
I got help to buy ISA, which helped a lot with the solicitor fees.
Yeah, it helped massively.
You can put up to £200 a month in it, and then the government gave you 25% on top of that at the end of it all.
Yeah, so say if you saved £1,000, because obviously £200 a month, say for 5 months is £1,000.
Yeah.
You would get £250 back from the government, which is good.
It's decent.
It's free
actually.
money.
Yeah, it is free money. So when I started at my current job, I was putting away £200 a week. So that is a lot for me to do, because I didn't really have anything else to pay for in a month. All I was paying at home was £100 of rent.
Yeah.
And then that was it. That's really all I had to pay.
Yeah. It's worth noting as well that we actually started saving both on minimum wage jobs.
Yeah, we did.
So it is hard to save money, but you can do it no matter what wage you're on. And I know some people's circumstances are different and they can't save money and all that. So it is different for some people.
It was different for us because we were living at home.
Yeah. So
that was a big bonus for us, that we were able to save and not have the bills and the cost of foods and things like that. We didn't have any of that.
No.
So it was a lot easier to save, because I know people obviously they rent, so people renting, it would be a bit harder for them to save.
And I think we could have easily gone into renting as well.
Oh, yeah, we could
have easily gone into renting, but for us we didn't want to because you're just throwing money at people when you don't need to.
I know some people, they go into renting because it means you don't have to save money, but then in the long term, if you think about it, they're just swallowing the money back up from you. It's not actually your property.
So in the end, after all the saving, we actually managed to save nearly £25,000, and that was within a year and a half span. So we did have some help as well. Kexia had some inheritance money, and I also got a bit of help from some of my relatives as well.
Yeah.
So we did have a little bit of help, but in total, the money we got was £25,000,
yeah.
which helped us massively. We were able to get a house for £205,000 when we were actually looking at flats that were like £90,000.
See, this kind of goes into the next thing as well. Don't rush it.
Yes.
Really don't rush it. Don't be impatient. We ended up like looking at like really like dingy flats, really, didn't we, to begin with. The like space was like the size of this front room.
It was small, and they were in horrible areas as well.
Yeah.
And that was obviously when we were first looking.
Yeah.
But we were thinking in the back of our mind, oh, are we gonna have to live in a place like this?
This is the thing as well, like we were on like seasonal contracts, so we thought we wouldn't be able to like afford a lot.
Yeah.
But then we realised we couldn't get a mortgage on our seasonal contracts anyway, so we stopped looking altogether then, didn't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, we were literally looking at like these tiny little flats, and it was like, what's the point in moving into somewhere just for the sake of moving in together?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you really need to think about, is it good for you long term? There was times that we did nearly rush into things. So there was a time that we were going to buy a new build flat, wasn't it? And that was 215,000. And we were like, oh yeah, let's do it. And it didn't come with the carpets. It didn't come with other stuff. But yeah, we nearly went in for that. And the only reason we didn't actually go in for that was because Ben was still on a seasonal contract.
Yeah. And
which was it's kind of really weird though. It's like been signed each time.
It's like a blessing in disguise, really.
Yeah, it really was.
The actual process of finding the house we're in now took ages as well. We nearly put an offer in on 3 other places. This house wasn't the greatest inside when we saw it.
No,
but we saw potential.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing when you're a first time buyer, because then you can put your own stamp on things. I
definitely preferred that we were able to make it what we wanted it to be.
Yeah, like
it wasn't just like a new home where you walk in and it's all done for you.
Yeah. We didn't have to rush to move in either. It took us, what was it, 2 weeks to actually, once we bought it, to actually get it livable for us.
See, that is a good thing as well, being a first time buyer. Don't rush everything in. If you want to do stuff to it, just stay at your parents if you can, and then do your bits to it and then move in.
So the next step is, if you can, see a mortgage advisor, because if you're like us, we didn't have any idea of what to do at all.
No clue.
So yeah, it's good saving all your money, but you need to actually know how you can afford this house that you want.
Because we didn't realise, we actually were looking at things that were a lot cheaper than we could actually afford.
Yeah.
So we were looking at like things that were just over 100,000, weren't we? And we could afford things up to like 210,000.
Yeah.
Which is mad if you think about it, that we were able to afford that, and we were looking at things that were a lot cheaper.
The best thing about a mortgage advisor as well is that most of them are free. So you can literally go into an estate agent, you can go into a bank, and they're free. They give you free advice on how to help you. The only thing you have to pay for is if you actually go through with a sale on the house.
So if you're doing it with like a mortgage broker, then you have to obviously pay them for doing like all the paperwork and things, because they normally like transfer the paper over to like solicitors and things like that. That's what you have to pay for. But I think in the banks you don't pay at all.
But we had to pay a small fee when we bought the house, but actually the first like consultation and stuff was free. Yeah. Which is always good. Everyone loves free stuff.
Exactly, and it's just like, why not get the advice?
Yeah.
You might as well.
You might as well. If it's free advice from a professional that knows what they're talking about.
Exactly.
So just do it.
Yeah, you might as well. There's things that we didn't know about. So there's things like home insurance, like life insurance, all of that, like contents insurance. We didn't realise that you actually needed home insurance to buy a home. They sorted everything out, really.
Yeah,
They put the offers in for us as well.
Yeah, they did actually, and Toby, the one that we had, was actually really, really helpful.
Yeah, he was.
He actually sorted out all of our insurance, like you've said already.
Yeah.
So it is really helpful to us because we wouldn't have had any idea
No.
at all. And that's what mortgage advisors give you.
So the next step, I think this was a big one for us actually, is buying stuff like utensils and things like that for the house, even if you don't have a house yet, along the way. So even if it's things like tea towels, toaster, kettle, like plates, cutlery, stuff like that. It made it a lot easier for us when we moved in because we didn't have to buy any of that.
Yeah, so we actually could use the money for other stuff that we needed to. So we'd used our money before, so probably got a good 6 months before we bought the house, maybe even longer than that.
I think some of the stuff we had for ages.
Yeah, it was just kept under your bed, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
But yeah, a good 6 months before, let's say, we had all of the like utensils and everything sorted
Like
already.
pots and pans and everything.
Everything. Just so then when we bought the house, we can say, right, we can buy paint for that.
Yeah.
We can buy a little cabinet. We can buy our sofas.
Yeah.
It's like, it saved us that much money that we could actually afford to buy our sofas pretty much straight away.
My nan and granddad bought one of the sofas for us and then we bought the other sofa. And also, we saved, I've just realised this, we had the pot, didn't we, that we saved up for the sofa.
Yeah.
We put like any spare change and everything into like this little like pot that you couldn't open, you had to crack it to open it, which was a big help.
Yeah.
Like we had £300 in there or something like that.
Yeah. And our sofas weren't expensive. They were
£299.
Yeah, £299 each. So we could buy a sofa literally in the money we saved, we put aside.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So the next step is please make sure to get a second opinion. So if you've gone through all of this process and you've found the house that you definitely want to buy, either you yourself or you and your partner or whatever, please get a second opinion because there will always be your parents, your siblings, whatever. There will be someone that knows more than you. It's probably easier to have someone older who's bought a house before or has lived in other houses for a while and they know like how a house should be before you buy it. Your mum and stepdad came in and said, yeah, it's nice, there's this you can do to it, there's this you can do to it, whatever. But the house itself is sturdy, like structurally sound.
Your mum and stepdad came in as well and did the same thing. So
we actually got 3 opinions on it. So we had our own, obviously, then one set of parents and another set of parents. So that sort of solidified this for us.
Yeah, definitely.
But honestly, it's so much better because you're anxious when you're buying a first house because you want it to be perfect.
You do, yeah. When we came in on the day of like when we'd actually got the keys, I was like, what have we bought? You know what I mean? Because it was such a yeah. I was like, oh my god, this has like broken my heart. But as soon as like you clear it up and everything, it looks, you can change it into what you want it to be. So I don't think you should think this is perfect. I think you should think I see the potential. Yeah,
and that's why it's so much better to get an older head to look at it.
Yeah.
Because they can see the potential.
Yeah, they definitely can.
Whereas if you, as a first-time buyer, will walk in and go, oh, that's really dirty, you probably don't want to buy it.
Or it's like, oh, the kitchen's old and things like that. But my stepdad came in and was like, it's been really well made, your kitchen. I was like, oh, okay then, that's fine. Because the last thing you want is to go into like a kitchen that's like really old and like you open it and the door falls off or something like that.
Yeah. So the final step that we're going to go through with you is of how we managed to obviously buy a house and get a house to how we want it is accept every single piece of help that people offer you. Because there's some people that are like, honestly, I was like it. Like I don't want to accept anything from anyone. I can't like take, some people find it hard to take gifts from people because they don't like knowing that someone else has spent a lot of money or they're giving you something that they've bought. But it's so important because you can get people such as your stepdad who he fitted all of our floors and carpets for us. He put up our wallpapers, everything, and he did all that for free. So Kirsty's mum and stepdad gave us the bed we sleep in, the chest of drawers, and also the 2 bedside tables. So that was our bedroom furnished and done.
Yeah.
We also got a Hoover from my mum. My stepdad gave us loads of tools to be able to fix stuff with. We got gifted a few bits of our furniture as well, like we've just said, like the sofa. These cabinets were Christmas presents, so the TV cabinet and the bookcase.
Yeah. We moved in near Christmas, so quite a lot of our stuff we were like, oh, well, can we have that as a Christmas present?
Yeah.
And things like that, which was really, really helpful.
Like, even the most independent person needs help sometimes.
Definitely.
So honestly, if you get offered help in any way when buying a house, take it, because it will help you massively.
It really does, like, lift the weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, even if it's a small thing, like someone gives you some knives and forks, that's something you don't have to worry about.
Yeah, or like some plates.
Yeah, because you've got all this stuff going around in your head about, oh, do we need to do this, do we need to do that, do we need to do this? If someone else gives you something, it's just a massive like burden taken off you.
Always get cleaning products, because you don't know what the state they're going to leave it in.
I mean, when we came around and looked at the house, it was okay. It was like
smell
decently clean.
This is what I don't understand. It didn't smell.
Yeah.
And then when we walked in that day, it stank of cat.
Yeah. It was filthy. There was contact lenses everywhere. There was cat hair everywhere.
Yeah.
It was. I don't think they cleaned it ever since we put an offer in and it was accepted.
Yeah.
But it worked out for the best anyway, because that made us determined to change it and make it what we wanted.
It's like the day we got this house, I went to B&Q and got paint.
So thank you very much for watching this video. We hope that this can give you an insight of what it's like to actually buy a house, and we hope that it's given any of you that are looking to buy a house tips
and like advice and just help.
Just help of how to do it, or what you could potentially do on your road to buying a house or a flat or whatever property you want to buy. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did. Also, comment down below if we missed anything, or if there's something that you've done that's different or that's extra to us.
Or if you've got any more questions, and we might be able to answer them.
Yeah, please subscribe to the channel, because when we get to 500 subscribers we will be doing a giveaway for you. And also turn the notifications on, because then you can see every single time we upload. Thank you very much for watching,
everybody.
and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.